Hi. Namaste. I hope you are well. This is a practice it's a little restorative practice to really nourish yourself. There is a difference between rest and relaxation. Rest by nature is restoration of the body. It's when we sleep, nap, let the body completely shut down. This is necessary, as we all know. And relaxation is something a little different. It is rest, but being awake. So you have consciousness, awareness. You're not overstimulated, so maybe there's some music or something. Maybe you're in nature, but it's times when you're awake and doing nothing, which we don't quite get enough of in our lives. And this is the restoration of the spirit. This is how creativity restores its nature, inspiration restores its nature, our vitality restores its nature. And so one of the best ways that you can do that is through the restorative practice. So we'll open the body for a little bit and then get into some softer shapes so that there can be both rest, physical restoration, and relaxation, spirit restoration. So for this practice, you will need 2 blocks, and you can have them at the top of your mat for now. And then you'll also need a bolster and a blanket. And for now, those things can be off to the sides. So we'll get started right away in a downward facing dog. So you can walk your hands forward and come on to all fours. And right away, we'll just tuck the toes and come back into this, slightly more, expansive shape. So feel where the body is now, press the palms down, move the seat back. You can turn your head a little bit from side to side, find the breath in. Maybe flutter the lips. All right, getting right into it. Let's do this again. Breathe in and flutter the lips. And then one more inhaling. And let's open the mouth and stick out the tongue. And from here, let's lift the heels really high and just curl right out to a plank pose and breathe in. And you'll soften your knees and come back to a downward facing dog and breathe out. And 2 more like this. Ripple it forward, plank pose, inhale. And downward facing dog, scoop it up and back, exhale. And 1 more, roll it forward, breathe it in. And right back to your downward facing dog as you breathe out. Big breath in, long breath out. Let's come out to a plank pose and then drop to all fours, hands and knees. Please locate both of your blocks and you'll bring them underneath your hands so that you have a little extra height and support. So let there be enough space in between the blocks that potentially both of your feet could land there. And I like to have the edge of my wrist, the heel of the hand there, a little behind the block to create resistance when I am in the down dog. Let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So big arch through your spine, breathing in. And then round, you can point your toes back and breathe out. And big arch through your spine, you can tuck your toes, inhale. And rounding, point your toes and exhale. And arch through your spine, tuck your toes with the breath in. Let's come right back to our downward facing dog on the breath out. And just work, if it's new for you, having the hands up on the blocks and feel how much more space it ultimately allows you to express in the body. Let's bring the feet a little closer towards one another so you're more to center point in the mat. And let's take the right leg straight up to the sky and breathe in. And please roll your hip open and bend through your knee as you breathe out, and allow the left waist to keep reaching back in space. Keep the hip open straight in your right leg as you breathe in. And bend the knee again, draw the heel close to the seat and breathe out. One more like this, keep the hip open straight in the leg, inhale. And draw the right heel to the seat, go a little deeper with that on the exhale. Square your hip this time as you straighten your right leg, breathing in. And let's step all the way outside of the right block on the breath out. You're gonna drop your back knee down to the ground, untuck your toes, and we'll have a moment here to come down onto the forearms. So you can take the blocks at any setting that feels appropriate for you. You can take them high setting or maybe medium setting, but allow yourself to feel easy enough. I think a really good measurement is like, is it easy for me to breathe here? Can I breathe here with ease? And if there's struggle, then you bring the blocks up a little higher. Do what you can about softening your shoulders, the back of your neck, your head. About 6 breaths. You can always sway the body a little bit to help it to open. It has this cradling sensation. So let's come out of here, bring the blocks back to their original setting, so on their lowest height. Make sure that right foot is standing firm into the ground. Let's reach the right arm up to the sky, open through your shoulders with that breath in, and then bend the back knee and reach around for the top of the foot or the ankle. You can tent your left fingertips to give yourself more space and simultaneously pull the heel towards the seat as you open your heart. Kind of fall into the space as you make it. Breathing in and out. And gently release that leg as you inhale. Bring your right hand down on the exhale. You're going to step yourself right into a plank pose with the breath in. Let the body get long, and then down dog, lift yourself up and back. Again, feet will start close. Lift the left leg to the sky as you inhale. Roll your hip open, bend through your knee as you exhale, right waist long. Keep the hip open, lengthen your left leg as you breathe in, and bend the knee, heel a little closer to the seat, breathing out. One more time like this, really long through the leg, inhale, and then heel a little closer to the seat as you exhale. Square the hip, lengthen the leg, look forward, breathe in, and step all the way outside of your left hand. Drop the back knee down. Again, you untuck your toes. We'll make this really sweet. So turn the blocks onto any setting that are going to feel supportive for you here, and know that they can be different side to side. And if you're really listening, you'll know how to work with that. So get softer through the front of the body. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. We've got a good 6 breaths. If you want to move, a little rock. Help to ease the body into the space. Let's walk the hands up. Bring the blocks back to their original setting, nice and low. And then You'll extend the left arm up to the sky, open through the shoulders, bend the back knee, take a hold of the top of the foot or the ankle, and again, the right fingertips content. You'll see that that'll give you a good amount more space, and then just really intuitively work through the front right line of the body and open the left shoulder at the same time. Go to where you can go with it, and be in the presence of the sensation, right? No escaping. So much of the practice is about meeting the threshold and then understanding how to be present with the threshold and transcending it. Let's release the back leg. You bring your left hand down. You'll step into a plank pose with the breath in. You'll feel that brightening, and then downward facing dog as you breathe out. Feel that move back. And then please come forward, bring your knees down to the ground. You'll locate your bolster, and you'll bring it to the middle of the mat. Make sure you've got about a foot of space in between the blocks and the edge of the bolster. And then you'll bring your hands onto the blocks. Your knees should be right behind the bolster. You'll tuck your toes and come up and back. And you might have a moment where the head meets the bolster and you can let the back of the neck go. Let's reach the right leg straight up to the sky, breathing in, and then step all the way forward in between your blocks with the breath out. You can tent your fingertips for some space and lower the back knee down. You'll untuck the toe, and then you should have that support of the bolster on the left thigh, so adjust as you need to, and walk your hands back onto the bolster and open the heart. So let that left hip and the left thigh fall into the bolster, and you can just gently press your palms on it as you lift your chest away. Big breathing. If it feels nice for you, you can lift the arms up for a moment, get a reach, breathing in. And let's take the hands to the blocks again with the breath out. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and pigeon your right shin forward so that the right thigh is on top of the bolster and that the right shin is more or less parallel with the front of it. You'll walk your hands forward and find a good placement with the blocks to support the shoulders. So I like to have it on the medium setting, but it also might feel nice on the high setting. And you lay your shoulders right down and the arms will come to the sides. And you'll allow your head to rest in between. So find something that works for you. You might take a couple tries. And then we'll hang out for a good 6 breaths. Walk your fingertips to either side of your blocks, roll your chest upright. Bring the blocks back to their original setting. Have the hands come onto them. Tuck your back toes, lift up through that knee. Let's take the right leg all the way to the sky, down dog split. Breathe in, bend the knee and open it. Re-lengthen as you inhale and place your right toes onto the mat as you exhale. And find your down dog. And from here, we'll round forward to a plank pose and breathe in. You'll bend your elbows halfway. Feel the thighs hit the bolster, and then find a supported upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. And then downward facing dog. Bring your hips up and back. Let's take the left leg straight up to the sky, breathing in, and step it all the way up in between your hands. Release the right knee down. You can tent the fingers again for some space. Feel the right thigh press into the bolster, and then walk the hands back and lift your chest upright. So it might take some time to find something really good, or it might feel better to keep a little bit of movement. Whatever feels good, it's all good. Just making space in the body, being present with the process of making space, right? What it is to go from one thing to a next, to deepen the experience of the body. Deepen the experience of you. Let's take the arms to the sky if that feels nice. Maybe arch back a little. And bring your hands right down to the blocks. Tuck your back toes and lift the knee. And then again, you'll pigeon the left shin here and align the top of that thigh and the seat on the bolster, more or less parallel. Don't get too tripped up about that, with the shin forward. And then find a good setup for you on this side for the shoulders to be supported. And we'll come on down. And so this is the process of allowing space to open without too much activity. So what it is to be in a state of being, in a state of relaxation, and to see space reveal itself to us, not by our own doing, but by the nature of being. Let your fingertips come to either side, sit upright. Again, blocks come right back to their original setting. Inch your back toes in. Let's take the left leg all the way up to the sky. Inhale, roll the hip open, relieve it. Re-lengthen. And step your toes down so you're in a downward facing dog. Adjust that. Roll out plank pose, inhale. Bend the elbows halfway, feel the thighs hit the bolster, and then you've got that really supported upward facing dog, shoulders back, and downward facing dog, lift up and back. So it might be okay for you to hang out right here in your dog and just pull your bolster out of the way, push it to the side. We'll just have a moment to roll through our hopefully nice open body. And let's take the right leg straight up to the sky with the breath in. And step it in between your blocks as you breathe out, with the edge of your right foot touching the inner edge of the block. Tent your right fingers, spin your back heel to the down to the down, and find an extended side angle. Lift your left arm straight up and look up and breathe in and breathe out. Extend the left arm over your ear, inhale, really strong in your legs. Come up, warrior two. Peaceful, breathe in. Hands down, breathe out. Down dog split, left leg lifts or right leg lifts, inhale. Step forward as you exhale. tenth of fingers, breathe in. Straighten your right leg, fold, breathing out. Lengthen through your elbows, tent your fingers, inhale. Keep your back heel lifted, twist your right arm to the sky. Breathe in and out. Extend your right arm forward on the inhale, down as you exhale. Plank pose with the breath in, bend the elbows and breathe out. Lift the heart, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out, outside of the left foot to the block. Tenth of fingers. Spin your back heel down. Extended side angle. Open the side body, look up. Inhale. And exhale. Extend the right arm over your ear, breathe in. Warrior two, strong legs bring you up. Peaceful, inhaling. Hands down on the exhale. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. And step forward as you breathe out. Tenth of fingers, inhale. Straighten the left leg, fold and exhale. Lengthen the elbows. Tend to your right fingers, spin your left arm up. Breathe in and out. And extend the left arm over your ear, inhale. Take it down on the exhale. Plank pose with the breath in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, inhaling. And Adho Mukha Svanasana, exhaling, full breath in. Open the mouth. Roll out plank pose, inhale. Drop your knees down. Sit back into a child's pose. You can scoop your hands around you. 3 breaths. You hold onto your heels here. Go ahead, pull yourself right on up. And we'll set up for Supta Baddha Konasana. And please locate your bolster. You'll have all your props for this. You'll bring your bolster to the back of your mat. And then just take your blanket and fold it in half like this. And bring it on the back of your bolster. So we'll be in a more expansive back bend. You'll have both of your blocks to support your outer thighs, so have them near to you as you come back. Your low back will press up against the bolster. The bottoms of your feet will come together. I like to take the blocks so that they fold in, so that the flat part is resting on the outer thigh as opposed to the edge. You'll lay yourself down. If you feel like you need more head support, just fold the blanket another time. Give yourself more height. The hands can rest on the hips, or they can rest out to the side like Shavasana. Breathe in, breathe out. It always takes a moment or so to really settle into these shapes, so be patient with yourself. Bring your attention to your breath. Right, awareness in your wakeful, open body. Receptive and available. Okay. Sensitive and attuned to the moment, attuned to your heart. your nature. So please find your breath again here, make it bigger. And find your fingers and fold them onto the ribs, create that connection with the body. And let the hands find the blocks to turn them out to the sides, and gently bring your feet to the ground and your knees in. And once you're in a really restful state, it's best not to reactivate the core at all. So any way that you can maneuver yourself to a side, roll over. And then you can press yourself up to sit from there. And so we'll set up for a variation on Shavasana, and you'll take both of your blocks and you'll bring them to their, let's say, medium setting at the top of your mat. And you'll take your bolster and you'll plop it right up on top. You want to make sure that the blocks aren't too far at the edge so that there's a lot of space in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and use this blanket to lay on. If you have more than one, I would recommend opening one blanket and placing it on the back of your mat so that your shoulders and your head have support while you're taking rest. And if you have another one, you can place it either on top of your body or on top of your shins. So when you come down, you'll place your calves right up. So if you have another blanket and you want, you can place it over your shins here, and that'll create some weight for you. Really easy. Roll yourself down. Adjust what you need to adjust, right, so that you can feel super comfortable. And then Shavasana arms. So push through the back of the skull, inch the shoulders down. Breathe in, breathe out. Let the limbs really fall away from the center. So you feel a general expansion quality to your being from softening the way ice melts on a hot surface. Again, giving yourself a few moments to really settle in and become available to this state of being. Bringing your attention to the edges of your nostrils. And begin to watch the air move in and out. And we'll take a gentle variation of Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, on the back. That doesn't involve using your hands at all, but rather just your awareness. So bring your awareness to your left nostril, and as you breathe in, see the air come in the left side. And then awareness in your right nostril, as you breathe out, see it move out the right. Awareness in your right nostril, breathe in. Awareness in the left, breathe out. Awareness in the left, breathe in. Awareness right, breathe out. Breathing in right. And breathing out left. And breathing in left. And breathing out right. You can take 3 to 5 more rounds on your own, and then release that practice and allow the balancing of the mind to spread itself through the body as an overall experience of balance and harmony. And finding your breath in your body again. You do teeny, teeny, tiny movements through your fingers and toes. Maybe roll through your ankles. You allow the palms to fall onto the ribs, just holding the front body. And one at a time, when you're ready, allowing the knees to bend and the feet to just softly land on the bolster, creating a sense of earth or ground and underneath you. And from here, you'll roll to a side and have a moment to be like really cozy there. You might curl up with your blanket and feel that sense of nurturance and transition. And pressing yourself up to sit from here, let the fingertips move down, come upright. And then it might just feel nice for you to fold up your blanket 1 or 2 times, prop your seat right up onto it for a little height, and find Sukhasana, a nice, comfortable, easy seat. And then allow one of the hands to come to the heart and the other hand to lay on top of that one. Gently move your chin down towards your palms and your heart, and have there be some conscious listening. Allowing the palms to come together, gently honoring yourself, the time and space you have taken to be present with what is. It's courageous to be soft. Allowing our voices to come together and meet. Lift your chin and breathe in for Om. Bowing to you and your practice, your presence, your efforts, your non-efforts. Namaste.